U.S. Congresswoman Nancy Mace, who is considering a bid for SC governor, explains how broken the state's justice system is, while yet another candidate who ran against SC Representative Bill Herbkersman flees the state because of statewide corruption.
So people keep asking me why I left politics, and here's why. Really quickly, first reason, bribery. The head of the Black Legislative Caucus called me herself and told me like some good old girl that Bill Herbkersman, my opponent, wanted me to leave his seat alone. She said that I needed to look on the Secretary of State website and that he'd appoint me to a seat, and if he couldn't do it, he'd get the governor to do it. And when I brought it to the party leaders, they told me to take it to the news, not the ethic boards, right? When in my opinion, they should have been the ones to act on that. Second reason, residency. Bill Herbkersman didn't even live in the district. There were news articles, tax records, clear proof. And by law, legislators are required to report that to the ethics board. But when I told the elected officials, including the head of the Black Caucus, they just shrugged it off like it was normal, right? They laughed it off even and told me that I was going up against the richest man in South Carolina and that I was in over my head, and they even talked about the man's airplane. But see, that wasn't the point. The point is that he did not live in the district and that I did not care about his money. Why? Because I have my own money and I cannot be bought. And that was the real problem. I even had a political lawyer ready to take the case and get him removed. But instead, the party told me that they would get a lawyer for me. And do you think that happened? No, it didn't happen at all. See, I waited all the way into the last day, and when I finally called the lawyer directly, it was too late. The third reason is betrayal, right? Or you can even call it theft. Party members and leaders on 2 separate occasions took donated money, took my money that I donated and went on vacation, honey. They were supposed to represent the young Democrats, the old Democrats, the young Republicans, the old Republicans, everybody in the district. But they did not deliver. They took the money and played both sides and treated it like some inside game. And let's be real. How is a state house representative only making $10,000 a year, but they're filthy rich? It seems like they're just really lobbyists, poor people, in fact, looking for a come up. See, they're making politics their full-time job when in reality, political work is supposed to be voluntary. And that never helps the people who actually need help. It only helps the ones that already have it all and want even more. You know, you call those type of people greedy. See, I'd rather give my money to my family and friends and my children than to help another crooked politician. See, I've worked too hard to build my character to let these snakes drag me down. This isn't about me, though. This isn't about my children. This is about the legacy that I want to leave. I want to be pure. I want to live a pure life. And if you're in it for yourself, if you're one of those politicians that just want to have some type of notoriety or something like that, just step to the side, honey. Go get you a real job. But if you're really here to serve, then do it right. Or get out the way and allow somebody that can really make a difference in the United States, because we really need it.
All right, this is South Carolina's justice system. You have lawyer legislators who pick the judges. These lawyer legislators have cases before the judges. You then have lawyer donors to the solicitors and the attorney general. What could possibly go wrong? Solicitors and an attorney general who either don't prosecute or prosecute deals, and you have murderers, rapists, pedophiles, child molesters out and not in jail. You can't fix South Carolina's injustice system with insiders like these. The lieutenant governor, the attorney general, they're insiders. They can't fix this mess because they are part of this mess. We need an outsider who can fix South Carolina's justice system. And that is exactly what I am. I'm not beholden to any of these people, and I've never been beholden to anyone but the people of South Carolina. What we need to do is follow the money. You have attorneys who are headlining fundraisers for solicitors and the Attorney General who have cases before them. You have attorneys who are filing fake lawsuits with fake defendants for fake depositions not approved by judges. Those attorneys should be disbarred. The system is completely corrupt, and you can't fix it from the inside. It can only be fixed from someone on the outside.
A fundamental principle of sovereignty is we get our rights from God. Well, there's a whole generation of people who believe they get their rights from government. It's got to stop. It's going to stop here with DOJ. So what does this mean? What have we done, right? If I were to summarize, what have we done? We have replaced divine providence with the providence of an all-powerful state. That's what we've done. Let's see what that means in South Carolina. We have one of the highest tax rates, income tax rates of any red state in the nation. Our spending in the last 4 years is up 59%. We've taken a 7 or 8 page constitution and we've converted it to 36,000 pages of regulation, 5 million words and counting. Each of those pages of regulation takes a page of freedom away from the citizen. And when you put this all together, we all have to say, how do we fix this? How do we get out of this situation we have created? Well, it's easy to say, and I get this a lot, by the way, is this a Republican issue? Is this a Democratic issue? I'm not ashamed to say I've been a Republican because I do believe in freedom for the individual. But that's not the point here. This is not a Democratic issue. It's not a Republican issue. This is a citizen issue. That's all it is. It is a citizen issue.